Hey everyone, this morning on Twitter I got a request to do a very quick video explaining the NDAA and how it affects you and your family members. This may be one of the most important videos you watch all year. I'm going to try to keep this as quick and as non-hyperbolic as possible, just the facts. The National Defense Authorization Act is typically passed every year by Congress and signed into law by the President. What it does is it funds our military operations all over the world. And it's a very complex bill. This year's is over 1,000 pages long. The problem is that in this year's bill, the National Defense Authorization Act of 2012, a couple of senators drafted something, the indefinite detention provisions, and they snuck that into the bill. This all happened behind closed doors, without the public really knowing about it. And these sections, indefinite detention provisions, are extremely scary. It allows the government to take you or a family member or your friends to take you away using military force, even if you're an American citizen on U.S. soil, and they can detain you indefinitely, meaning for the rest of your life potentially, in a military prison or detainment camp, and they don't have to bring any charges against you, and you're not given access to a lawyer, and you don't get a trial. You just basically disappear. And many people have said this law is profoundly unconstitutional, which it is. The problem is it cannot be challenged. They're not going to be able to bring it up to the Supreme Court because there is no court case here. If the government takes you away without trial, there's no decision that can be challenged in the first place. Many people have analyzed this bill, and they agree that it is a major threat, perhaps the biggest threat ever, to our civil rights. The ACLU, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Professor Jonathan Turley, who wrote about this in The Guardian, Glenn Greenwald, constitutional lawyer and columnist at Salon.com, all of these folks and many more, politicians like Representative Ron Paul and Senator Rand Paul, they all realize what this means. They're trying to spread word and warn the public. Unfortunately, the broadcast media is not covering this very much at all, which means we have to use social media to get the word out. What's the solution here? Representative Ron Paul has already proposed legislation in the House which would get rid of this indefinite detention section of the bill, which is a total outrage and needs to be addressed immediately. So I hope you will call whoever your representatives in the House are and urge them to support Representative Ron Paul's legislation. This needs to be fixed right now. And this is not hypothetical. This is not something that could happen. This is something that already happened. 20 days ago, on New Year's Eve, while you were out partying and getting drunk, President Obama signed this into law, and it got almost no press coverage because the press was too busy covering the New Year's Eve celebrations all over the world. This is literally the biggest thing you will find out about this year. I would encourage you to spread the word, either spread this video or some of the other articles out there, and just do your own research. Google NDAA and Google Jonathan Turley's article in The Guardian about this, and Google Glenn Greenwald's analysis. This is so huge. You need to know about it. You need to do your part. Thank you.